So my bestie is traveling for the next 2 weeks. While she's traveling, I'm going to be pulling two cards from this, the Enchanted Lenormand Oracle deck, just to add some extra depth to the reading while she's away. All right, what's going on for Gemini? All right, Gemini, so for your problem, you have Ace of Swords and the Star, Obstacle, the Devil, and Resolution, Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and Eight of Swords. And your clarifier again was Six of Pentacles. I'm going to pull a clarifier for the Devil. And now I'm just going to pull two from the Lenormand deck. All right, Gemini. So I took a minute to sort of look at all of these cards together, and I have a few sort of ideas of what I think this reading is saying. What's interesting is having the Star, which is this really beautiful, dreamy card in your problem with the Ace of Swords. I kind of get the impression that some of you maybe have a dream of some kind. There's this Eight of Swords is about, the meaning really is suppressing a part of yourself unnecessarily. And what makes me sad about that is it feels like you have this part of you that you want to express, and it's a very innate part of you, because Queen of Swords is a very self-focused, independent card. So this is something, a part of you that you are holding back, and I think you have a lot of fears that maybe this part of you is indulgent, or maybe society would view this as evil in some way, or just look down on this aspect of yourself that you have been holding back on. The Three of Pentacles is about completing a cycle. It can also be for if you're a student finally finishing a course or finishing an exam. But you have these cards of generosity and tolerance. This card here in the Lenormand deck literally means generosity. So I think you really don't need to hide this aspect of you. And Knight of Pentacles is one of my favorite cards because you can see the two figures in there. They're very stable. They're very grounded. So while you might feel that this part of yourself may be frivolous or not important, or is this airy aspect that, the world doesn't need to see, it's actually a very real, relatable part of you that the world could use. We all have aspects of ourselves that are unique to us, and the universe wants you to express that part of you. As long as you're not harming others, you are bringing a part of your soul, which is beautiful. Your guides always want you to be more of you. And that's what the Queen of Swords is to me. The other aspect, these are not specifically love cards, but for those of you that are dating, I would say look for that person in your life who is the reliable, mature person who's very generous. The same with this Bear card. To me, it represents also courage and strength, but in the traditional Lenormand deck for love readings, it also represents a very generous lover. So if you are dating, maybe you're dreaming of that type of person and you feel like, oh, I need to be a little more practical but actually, you're not asking for too much. You're asking for a very realistic, beautiful partnership. So if that is sort of where you're going in your life right now, don't ever feel like those types of wants or needs are frivolous or too much. Don't feel like you're asking for too much, which the devil often is. We're afraid of being overindulgent. We're afraid of being, um, too human. But really, what this is saying to me is you're not being too human, you're being a spiritual being. And that's so important in the world that we live in today. So, very beautiful reading, Gemini. Thank you for joining the Tarot Girlies this week. We hope that you enjoyed the reading. Please feel free to like, subscribe. We love to hear your comments, and we hope to see you next week.